do it.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
and welcome to the stream. I am your host, Nessie, the captain of this ship. And today, we are continuing our escapades in House Sanguinis. I hope everyone is ready. We're going to have a little bit of a rollback, unfortunately, due to some constructional criticism I got from my crew. And we are going to make the campaign better. That is the hope. I hope everyone will I wanted to test something out last week. What was it? Perfect idea. No. Nice idea, poorly executed. There we go. And so we're going to be reverting back, and we're going to continue on to how this session is supposed to go. Let's hope that everything is where it's supposed to be and everything, and I hope that when I switch over to the D&D screen, it's the correct screen. We will see. I think it is. It is! Ha! Internet decided to work with me. Today, we will not be having Chiara with us because she has other obligations, so let me bring the crew in. Hello, y'all.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, gosh. Hello.
We're figuring out how to get you more views.
I'm teaching them the mute the tab, not the player thing. Because it doesn't count your view if you have the stream muted.
I love you guys.
We love you too.
Yeah, and if you're on mobile,
It sounds
turn
almost like
your
I didn't know.
external phone volume all the way down, and then just leave the volume on, like actually in the app, so that also will count.
Yep. So that's why you've been having more raiders than you have viewers.
That makes sense. That makes total sense. So this is why I have... Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I learned that yesterday, by the way.
The more you know. Anyways, is everyone ready for tonight's
As we'll ever
stream?
be.
Anyway.
As we'll ever be.
Are you ready for chaos?
It's chaos time.
Yes.
It's
It's
chaos
fighting time.
Yeah, I'm mostly just here today to see what Axel does.
Yeah.
As I think
I don't plan on doing anything interesting. So.
Well,
I'm
we'll
a
see how
fucking roommate
persuasive
fishing
you can
again.
be.
Jesus Christ.
everyone is hoping for some fun shit to happen today. Also, yes, May the 4th be with you, everyone, of course, as it is May the 4th, and we are all nerds here, and I absolutely love Star Wars. Just to do a little bit of heads up, we will be, since we have pre-existing things going on for the next few days, and I cannot do Star Wars themed things for today and tomorrow, of course being Revenge of the 5th tomorrow, because of course we have House Sanguinis today, and we have Four Shades of Grey tomorrow. We're going to be doing it later on this week. I have the Lego Star Wars games on Xbox, and I'm going to have a lot of different people just come up and say hi for me.
Still haven't answered which one.
Because I haven't loaded up my Xbox for the day. Sorry that I was busy. Zeta will be joining me on Tuesday. And probably Thursday.
Hooray.
As well as
Yay.
many people.
Not Thursday. My birthday's Thursday. I won't be joining you on Thursday.
Oh, yeah, your birthday is
That's
Thursday.
valid.
Yeah. Axo and I will probably be doing our own thing Thursday evening as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
fucking all the time. Anyways.
Yes, finally getting there.
Anyways. I am a bad human being.
Ooh.
Anyways. Last we left off, several of you were waking up from an interesting, crazy dream the night before. Violet, you and Caleb had swapped bodies. Tanwin, you had swapped body with another person, and Incidentally, Chiara had swapped bodies with a different person. However, once you walk outside your doors, you finally awaken, opening your eyes fully, and you all are looking at each other outside the rooms. You all have had long rests, even though you dreamt, because dreams do not negate long rests. And you are all standing there the following morning.
So, sorry, am I to take this to mean that we're back in our original bodies?
Yes. You
Okay,
all...
I don't have control over my character.
God damn it. I love it when my system does not work. There we go.
I don't have control of my character
you.
either.
Un momento, por favor.
There we go.
You should have. I give up at times. Anyways.
I don't have popcorn. This is my substitute.
Anyways.
I have
Ten-
popcorn. Hold
okay.
on, let me get it.
Technical
was the scuff.
difficult. There's the scuff for the day.
There's the scuff.
Anywho's. As you all step outside your rooms, you watch as Chiara just kind of looks around, yawns, and heads back into her room, shutting the door. You hear her mumbling, "I am too tired for this."
Oh god. Nope. I have too much on my mind to be thinking about this.
I take it that was a shared experience?
Well, depends. Did you have a dream where you got body swapped?
Yes, that's concerning. Lovely.
Yeah. Well, it's fine. It was just a dream. It's fine.
Let's hope it means nothing. Let's move on.
Okay.
What time is it?
Yeah, around what time is it, Nessie?
It's about 8 a.m.
Something we could do to sleep a
Okay.
bit more.
I actually was hoping to talk to you, Tanwin, and Caleb, about something. Because,
Specific.
Alright then.
do you want to come into our room?
Sure.
Hey,
Alright.
Luca. Or Violet. Roll me a 1d100.
Uh-oh.
Me?
Yep.
Oh boy.
You.
I choose you.
Fine. 76.
That number comes up a lot.
Alexa, set a timer for 76 minutes.
Oh.
Oh no!
Oh
Don't know
no.
what that's about.
The next one on my list is Tanwin. Roll me a 1d100.
What?
68.
What on earth?
68. As Violet starts to kind of turn towards you and say something, you kind of shifted slightly to address her. However, as you were turning, you think you see a shadow right here, kind of out of the corner of your eye.
I immediately turn towards the shadow as fast as possible.
Okay.
Possibly readying myself.
Paranoia much.
Yes.
Yes.
Is there anything there?
You can't really see anything from where you are standing.
Give me a second, Violet. I'm going to reposition over to here to take a look.
As you turn the corner, you see nothing.
I want to do some degree of perception or investigation.
You can do a perception check.
Okay, I think that's +4 now. Let me see. Yeah, +4. I'm slightly more perceptive. 21.
It just seems like an empty hallway. You kind of see shadows like underneath this bench right here that's like underneath this light. And you can kind of tell that there are shadows around like the corner here. However, nothing really specific. However, you could have sworn that the shadow you saw was shaped like a young woman.
This is not good for my health. Sorry for that, Violet. You were saying?
Come inside. I want to talk to you too.
Thank you. I'm gonna sit on the desk. Oh,
As
no,
you
I'll on this desk.
enter,
I
Tanwin,
have prestidigitation. I have prestidigitation at the ready for the citrus smell.
as you enter the room, you see the Tressum just laying on the couch or on this little chair right here, and you watch as she kind of looks up, yawns, and then curls back up in a ball.
Thank you for your grace, Lady Astra.
You have given my cat a title.
You are foolish if you do not understand the Fey forces you deal with.
Okay, so,
Yes.
we all know what happened back at my family's house, right? And I think we all know who may have been responsible for my parents' disappearance.
Whoever they are, we need to take them down, and we need to get your parents back.
So, Caleb, I know that you probably don't like this, but I think we need to find Victor.
You watch as his face kind of twists a little and he raises an eyebrow. I understand why, Violet, but don't you think that's walking into the lion's den?
Doesn't have to be.
What is... Okay, so let's break this down. What do we all know about Victor? We know that he is sadistic, we know that he is stupid smart, and we know that he is powerful. So, we need to have more manpower than him, so he would need to be alone, and there would need to be more of us than there are of him. We would need to incapacitate him instantly, and after that, we would just need to interrogate him.
We could try... You said he's sadistic and very intelligent. Is he arrogant?
Yes.
Okay, we could play on this. This is a risky option, and I'm only putting this forward so that it's on the table, so that we have all our options available to us. We could possibly try and trick him in a specific way, play to his arrogance and sadistic nature, have a few of us hidden away, and make it seem like a smaller group is going after him. A small group enough for him to get complacent and leave the safety that would otherwise be a problem for us, and then we spring on him. It would be very difficult, but I think it might be possible if he's as arrogant as you say he is.
It is possible. He's arrogant, but I will say this: he is not stupid. Like I've said.
I know,
'Cause
but arrogance and sadism are a very dangerous combo.
Now the question is, how are we going to get him in the position that we need him? We know that he likes to hang around Euphoria. So that would be a good place to start to find him. But we would need to get him out of Euphoria to execute our plan. Unless he somehow manages to catch on. If he does, we may need to utilize Caro. Because consider, if you will, if we have Caro at our side, we have a shit ton of firepower, and we have that pendant. So grab him, drag him to another location. I know a spell that can hold him, and we just do what we need to do.
That's assuming that we can even get a hold of him.
Ultimately, he's our best lead. Even if we can't get a hold, sure, getting a hold of him will be difficult, but we do not have anyone better that we know of. We don't have any better leads. So we're simply going to have to go with this one.
And if need be, we can get some backup from the others. But I do think that this needs to be kept to me, definitely, because I know him the best. I think I can get under his skin the most, because I know what ticks him. Tanwin, for one moment. Yeah, I was invaded.
It's okay.
I was invaded.
Finish your thought.
It's all good.
Okay. I need to get back into character. Hold on. I'm gonna crack.
You're saying Tanwin?
Right. Tanwin, we're gonna need you for some serious. What is the biggest thing that you can turn into for your wild shape?
Give me a second to recheck. Out of character, Nessie, you still haven't responded to the list of characters I sent you.
No, because last week was kind of busy.
Understandable, same.
Yes. So let me look over.
Mm-hmm.
Where are our DMs? There they are. There's a problem with that one. That is specifically female.
What? Really?
Is that a limitation
Hang on,
of wild
what?
shape? Is that a limitation of wild shape?
Lamia is
you
a
must be the same gender
female.
as.
Yes, Lamia are specifically female. The species you are looking for is Naga.
Oh.
Does Naga classify in the list though? That's the question. Let me check. Because I have specific limitations. So if it's not a monstrosity, let's see.
I don't know how you didn't know that.
I didn't. I sent Nessie a list. I did not look much further than that.
He sent me it, and I kind of look at it, and I'm like, he says I'd enjoy Lamia, and I'm like, I bet you
No!
would. They're female.
They are specifically female. Specifically and
Okay.
explicitly female. The species you are looking for is definitely Naga.
Oh, wow.
Good job,
Point is,
Tony.
my restriction is to see. The max restriction is CR4 monstrosities. Nagas don't classify as
Jesus
monstrosities.
Christ.
Yeah, level 10 I get CR5.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
Okay,
We'll
so
figure it out.
back into character.
Okay. Here we
Right
go.
now, I'd say a Minotaur is the largest thing I can do, and I can expand that further if need be.
I'm sorry. Did you just? Oh yeah. What the fuck circle are you from again?
The circle you get after being tormented and cursed by a Fomorian queen. Yeah, apparently, whatever she did to me, screwed with my magic. I'm not even certain how.
Wow. Okay.
You are one
Okay, I
fucked
don't-
up fairy.
Tell me about it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we have. Okay. So we have that on our side. We have that on our side. We also have Caleb if we need another. If we need another backup, he's also got some really powerful magic. I know that for a fact. And all else fails, my grandmother taught me a fun little trick that I can use with my magic. And I don't know if it'll necessarily work on him, but it'd be worth a shot.
What does it do?
Well, I can infuse magic into my words, and if I speak to somebody long enough, if they are vulnerable to it, I can terrify them.
Hmm.
So, if we just make him scared enough, we back him into a corner, make it so that he doesn't have a choice but to speak, we can figure out where my parents are, and make it so that Victor is no longer a threat.
Okay.
But I would have to be the one doing most of the talking. This isn't something that I can give to another person, unfortunately. There are some things I can give to you guys, but not this.
That's fine. Okay, so my initial plan of luring him would focus specifically around you, Violet. The idea being you act enraged and distraught by the fact that he's captured your family, and thus you'd act a bit recklessly to make him to make him think, to make it all seem normal, and to make him not suspect what you might be trying to do more. Because he's intelligent, but as long as what you're doing is within reasonable, or within expectations of the circumstance, he shouldn't have anything. He shouldn't have much to suspect.
I don't think he should know that I know.
That's true.
Or at least I shouldn't make him aware that I know.
All right, that's a good point.
So For the funny, Violet's gonna get up and check the door real quick.
Okay.
Because, player instinct is going burr right now, so she's just gonna get up and just listen.
Make me a perception check.
Sure.
Crow is. I want Crow to do the same thing because he would very much be. I'm gonna have Crow do the same thing.
Oh, ouch.
I am
Ouch.
requesting to perceive as Crow.
Okay.
He did say
15.
it before the nat one was rolled.
Violet, as you put your ear up to the door, you just kind of hear the creaking of wood, the kind of shifting of the building as you kind of just put your ear up to it. You really can't tell if anything's going on the outside. Tanwin, you hear about the same, however, you can hear whispers outside the door. You can't really make them out, but it sounds like a woman's voice.
Give me a second. I'm thinking. Yeah. I go to Violet. Can you check who's outside?
She will nod and open the door.
As you open up the door, you see no one out in the hallway.
Do I still hear the whispering?
Yeah.
I'd like to cast Detect Thoughts to... Wait, let me take the specific wording of the spell so I can say how I want it to activate. The spell is not on my spell list for some reason. Let me go check the actual online wording.
It has to be when you see a person.
Yeah.
No, I can also use the spell to detect the presence of thinking creatures I cannot see within 30 feet of me.
Okay.
So I would like to cast it and do that.
Does it say that you have to roll anything?
No, but it says the spell can penetrate barriers, but 2 feet of rock, 2 inches of metal, of any metal other than lead, or a thin sheet of lead blocks you. I cannot detect a creature with intelligence of 3 or lower, or one that does not speak any language.
As you stretch out your hand to kind of reach out to feel if anyone is near you, let's see. And it was 30 feet?
Yep.
You sense a person within 30 feet of you, and they feel as if they're very perturbed about something. As if they're arguing with someone.
I would like to read its thoughts for the rest of the duration as described above, even if you can't see it, but it must be still within range. I will continue focusing on them.
Okay.
Surface thoughts of the creature.
Just surface thoughts?
Well, now, yeah, I'd have to probe deeper, which would require wisdom saving throws.
Yeah.
I might do that later. So am I not getting anything from anything additional?
No, it just feels as if this person's kind of I wouldn't say angry, more like heavily annoyed.
Do I know roughly which direction it is? Or does the spell not allow me that?
I don't believe the spell allows direction. It's just someone you cannot see within 30 feet.
Okay.
Hmm.
Let me see. In that case, I'm going to probe a tiny bit. I'm going to probe. Wisdom saving throw. Do I have to roll against that?
No, it's going to be your save DC.
My spell save DC or
Yep.
my...
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the
Okay.
person is having to roll against that.
My saving
Mhm.
throw DC is 15.
I have to find them. It's loading very slowly.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a wisdom save.
Mm-hmm.
As you cast the spell, you try to reach out to find the person who you are sensing into their mind.
Oh, no.
You all of a sudden feel a sharp pain return.
Well, that's not good.
Your brain, it feels as if an ice spike has been drilled into it. You then hear this door open.
1 second, switching back to my window.
And this
see.
woman walk out and look around and then stare right at you.
My apologies.
What did you think you were doing?
Idiot.
Something
My
stupid.
apologies. We're all on edge right now, and I had reason to believe someone was eavesdropping on our conversation. Given the imprecisions of the spell, I apologize.
Did you not listen to anyone yesterday at all?
I just woke up. Please remind me.
These 4 rooms have been rented out by us personally, as we particularly don't like sleeping in each other's beds. And last night, graciously, Baha allowed you to have a place. I advise you remember that.
Ma'am, if you knew of the person that we are trying to avoid, you would understand our paranoia.
And we are trying to avoid Tiamat and Asmodeus herself. I am fully aware of what's at stake. You watch as she turns, enters the room, and with a little bit of force, shuts the door.
That could have gone worse. Alright. Shall we continue?
Yeah.
Alright, so we were talking about on the subject of topics you could bring up with Victor that wouldn't be immensely suspicious.
Anything that could just bait him out.
Yeah.
Odd idea.
Go ahead.
Mm.
No, that's not gonna work.
Tell us anyway. It might help us think of another idea.
I was going to say offer someone up as bait, but then I thought instantly that is a bad idea.
Maybe
Okay.
not.
First of all, how would that work? Second of all, it might be viable depending the circumstance. Who would be... Remind me, who does Victor work for? Is it Asmodeus directly? Or rather,
He's
Asmodeus'
in the-
faction?
He's definitely aligned with her.
Okay.
He technically works for Kaname.
Oh, does he now?
That is the direct line. Correct me if I'm wrong, Violet, right?
Kaname is the leader of the entire coven, so yes, unless there is currently somebody subordinate to her, he would report directly to her.
Okay. So,
I-
along those lines, who do you think would be the juiciest target?
Could be a
Well, it's gonna kinda
toss.
put her-
It's going to be a toss-up between Violet and Caro.
But Caro has...
And you, right, Tanwin?
Depends on if she even still cares to torment me any further. Knowing her, she probably does.
She's
So-
just as bad as Victor, if not worse.
Don't remind me. Alright. Personally, for a variety of reasons, I'd much rather Caro be the bait, if only because he has tools at his disposal, and probably more we were not aware of, to get him out of any situation that would otherwise be problematic for any of us. As a safeguard against if things do not pan out the way we intend them to.
I vote not it with telling him. Or asking him. That is a question that's going to have to be a suggestion you bring up, Tanwin, because it might be
Violet?
enjoyable to watch him punt a Pixie across the room.
Hey, Caleb, we already have a Tressum constantly on guard whenever Tanwin is tiny. I don't think that we need a Warlock on his ass as well.
Oh, fine.
Not to mention a Warlock with a gun.
I'll bring up the idea as unoffensively as possible. Because it's
Good
a
luck.
You
tentative.
unoffensive?
It's a tentative. This is what I want to happen. But it'll probably have to not be him.
We'd have to find Tanwin too, because...
Tanwin?
Or, sorry, we'll have to find Caro also.
Knowing him, he'll probably reappear the second we need him.
Oh, great gods! Bring us Caro!
I'm busy. Fuck off.
Hey!
Imagine then, Atropos says, "Can't bring you Kara right now. I got the next best thing." Teleports and Victor.
No, I don't make it that easy.
No.
Hey, do you really think invoking the gods is a good idea right now, love?
It was worth the try.
I don't think. I'm pretty sure that there are some gods that are actively laughing at our situation.
Knowing them, probably. Anyway, so back to plans.
It's gonna have to be. I don't know if we can ensure that it's just gonna be him if we're using Caro as bait. Is the only problem.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, as much as it pains me to say it, I think me being the bait is going to be the most believable option, because I
don't
think
even-
it's good. Mm-hmm.
Not to burst your bubble there, Tadwin, but
Yeah, that's assuming he even particularly knows, or whether he's even been instructed.
that's assuming that he knows your power level. If he's going just based off of your size, then sure, he might go on his own, but if he's been told that you're extremely powerful, then yeah, he's gonna come with some backup.
He might not know how strong I am. I don't go around flaunting my power. I don't. I very rarely try to show anything, so it's entirely possible
Well,
he doesn't have much information. Of course, it's entirely possible he knows everything.
well, there were wanted posters of all of us in the Underdark, so
That may have
They-
just
the
been by
very-
association.
But that's also the Underdark, where it's definitely not controlled by the best of people. I hate to say it, but Drow have a bad rap for that sort of thing.
they do. They do.
I learned the hard way you do not run messages through Drow territory.
You don't. You really don't. Not unless you are well associated with Drow, which
Not even then. They do not hold
not even
promises.
then. Well,
Do you have any
what are
other
the odds
ideas,
that he
Caleb?
could be? What are the odds that he could be running around Mithridane?
I might have to spell to check. Where is it? Let's see.
Actually,
Um,
let me.
Damn it! No, it's not a ritual spell, and I haven't got it prepared.
You know what? Nessie, would Violet remember if Victor has been to Mithridane or if he frequents Mithridane?
Roll me a history check.
Sure. Natural 20.
Hey.
As he is someone of Fey background, as elves, drow, etc., are Fey in some capacity, as well as the connection with Kaname and the Fey Dark, and as well as being drow, you can assume potentially he would be well traveled through the Feywilds. However, you cannot remember if he's ever mentioned being in Mithridane or not.
Now, can I make the case that since I got a nat 20 that I would know the places he frequents? Aside from Euphoria and the Coven compound.
The Fey Dark, the Underdark in particular, because he is a drow. He is kind of a free spirit and tends to go where he wants, even if he is on the job.
Okay. Well,
In that case,
the only
Sorry, continue.
places that I know he frequents are the Coven compound, the Euphoria for obvious reasons, the Fey Dark, and the Underdark. He has never mentioned that he has been anywhere else, at least not Mithridane.
What are his habits like in those places?
I see.
With your nat 20, he loves to
Did you do a
drink and
roll?
have sex.
He likes drinking, and he likes having sex. Doesn't matter what your gender is, doesn't matter who you are. If he can seduce you,
I've just had the worst idea.
Oh no.
Oh no, what idea do you have now?
Your skepticism is not unwarranted. I don't. I don't want to. No, I don't want to. This could not go any way other than horribly.
Tanwin?
I'm not. No.
Tanwin?
No.
Tanwin,
Let's-
we can't.
I'll
need
bring it
to
up if we
exhaust-
don't have any other ideas.
We might as well throw it out there just so that we have it on the table in case we
If
run
he
out of
thinks
ideas
he
anyway.
seduced one of us, then that'll put his guard down even further.
He's not incorrect. Is the thing.
Which is
You're
why
not
I hate this.
incorrect.
Violet, you can't do it. You've told him to go fuck himself.
I told him to go fuck himself even when I was in the Coven.
But the thing is, he potentially has your family, Violet.
Yeah, but as long as he doesn't think she knows that, it wouldn't be out of character. It wouldn't be grossly out of character.
How would he not realize that?
Well, how would he? As long as we haven't told him.
But he's more
As long
than
as-
likely gotten orders.
Sorry, what orders of what?
He's part of the Coven.
Yeah, orders for what? We're talking about a specific thing right here.
Taking her family?
Yeah, like, it doesn't matter if he knows that her family is hostage. If as long as he thinks Violet doesn't know her family is hostage, then none of this is out of character.
That's just gonna
Someone
blow
was
up in our
at my
face.
house.
Hmm?
That's
Sorry?
the only problem. The only problem with that is like, okay, now thinking about this, if I remember correctly, we all felt like somebody was watching us at my house, right?
Yeah, which is why I don't particularly want to go along the line of thinking of they don't know we know. Who else do we really have as an option? We don't have any good plans or even good starting points to get better plans.
Our best starting points would either be Euphoria or the Coven compound, and I don't particularly want to go back to the Coven compound. Everybody there knows my face, knows my magic, would instantly know if I'm there, and could descend on me like a pack of wolves, and by extension, all of the backup that I have.
Then we
I think we should stop the planning for now. I think we should first start locating him in the places where we think he might be, and then use any information that we get at that point to continue plans.
We have contacts in the Underdark, if I remember correctly.
I should too.
We have contacts everywhere. It's
No, remember those two those two ladies that we met in town at Il Satora when we got attacked? We captured a drow. What is the
That's good.
chance that they still have that drow in captivity?
we'd have to get to the
Well, that-
Underdark then.
We would have
That-
to go to the Underdark and check because I have a gut feeling that he is associated with the Coven, and if he's associated with the Coven, then he would know Victor, at least know of him.
And even if
Well,
even if he's not associated with them,
was-
he might stick around.
What they were with a devil, weren't they, or a demon? A fiend of
had-
some capacity.
Fiend of some capacity. I mean, he was. Yeah.
That might be a good place to start looking.
So then we need to get to the Underdark.
What would it take us to
And-
get there?
Caro,
Go take us, Kara, of course.
So then we need to go find Caro.
And we don't know where the fuck Caro is.
How do we find? Okay, first, I think we need to find. So, I think we're still. I think we need to find the rest of our group.
So
Honestly.
they should
So-
go looking for the hunters then.
Yeah,
Okay,
we could do.
so
With,
let's think.
We could do with Jonathan's perspective.
So then we should go look for Jonathan.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Funny
He should be
idea.
back by now, and if he's not,
Funny idea.
that's the problem.
Funny idea. Funny idea.
Hmm.
She's gonna point over to the Tressum.
You hear
Does
a
anybody
little.
have anything? Casting. Violet's gonna cast Speak with Animals. Hey, Astra.
Yes.
Do you want to help us find some people?
Sure.
Okay. We would probably need to have something of theirs that has their scent on it, but we could utilize Astra.
Did the innkeeper say that they were staying here?
We could ask.
Because if they did, maybe their rooms would have something we could give to Astra, or maybe the innkeeper has something of theirs we can give to Astra.
Well-
Let's go talk to in the first case. Yesterday, the innkeeper said they'd be back. Didn't they?
Wesley said that he was gonna go
No.
look.
Yeah,
Ah.
Wesley said
Wesley
that
said.
he was gonna go looking, and we haven't heard from him since last night.
That's even more concerning. Oh no.
Well, okay, one step at a time. First things first. Puffball is probably hungry. I know that I'm definitely hungry, and I need coffee like now. So let's go downstairs, get something
Yeah.
to eat, ask the innkeeper or the barkeep some questions. See, because I have No, I don't have pictures of him. I thought I did. But we can just ask around, see if they've seen anything, if they know anything. Or if not, then I guess we just start looking around town, and if Astra picks up on something, then we follow the cat.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
The
Astra, you
group-
want to go get some breakfast?
She nods and follows you. So the group of you head downstairs. Stop moving so I can click on you.
Boy, I am a free man. I deserve my autonomy.
So the group of you head downstairs and go to the bar. From there, though, we are going to head to Tressa's house. The group of you confused and dazed over what had happened.
Yeah, what did happen last session?
What did happen last session? You guys realized that
Um,
you all had
Can't
swapped.
control Jonathan still. Could you
Give
kindly give
me a moment.
I can't control Owen or Chloe.
Oh my god, you guys are gonna drive me nuts.
It's not our fucking fault, is it?
I wasn't even here, and you didn't leave me with my control. What?
I mean, we could have not pointed it out. We would have found out at some point. Ah, I can control my fellas.
I can control Christian though.
Give me a fucking moment.
Just stop rotating him.
I give up with you guys.
You
You
love
did
us.
this.
Yeah, like don't get to blame this on us.
I'm going to give all players to Chloe so you guys can see. Anyways, all of you had
Everyone started
swapped
rotating
bodies. All of you had swapped bodies, getting utterly confused. However, Jonathan, actually, someone in Jonathan's body approaches the door, opens it, and then Jonathan, you wake up and you see the 3 people sitting and eating some food at the table. Hannah is still unconscious, laying on the bed. However, her breathing seems to be a lot better than it was the night before.
Did we just forget how we got to bed or something? Or the decision of getting to bed? Or
You don't remember.
right, so I just have a hole in my memory and I woke up in the bed.
Get poisoned
And-
by
and-
gnome.
Jonathan would not at all become paranoid at this or anything, just waking up suddenly and not remembering how you got to bed is suspect. Is Christian also awake?
Christian's also awake. You watch as he blinks for a second and he looks down at his body and then looks at the other 2, very confused. And then looks back at you. What the fuck just happened?
When did we go to bed? How did we go to what?
Whoever's rotating Chloe, please stop.
Oh, indeed.
Tony.
Anyway.
Okay.
Fuck it,
I was
bucket.
about to do it.
Forget fuck it bucket.
Right, back to the confusion.
I think we need to report this.
This? Report what exactly?
It wouldn't make a very detailed report. Just saying, oh, we forgot how we went to bed.
Yes, something is wrong. Usually before you think about reporting, you should figure out what happened first. On that point, what did happen? Does anybody remember?
I remember having boobs.
Thank you for that insight. Anything useful?
Ian failing again.
Ian ain't even here.
This is
You know,
this
Ian
is
pooped.
Christian.
Sorry! Listen, I'm not good with people.
Any thoughts on this, Doc?
Well, what thoughts is there to have? We just forgot a few hours. It's odd, but anything could have caused it. We don't exactly have anything to go off of at the moment.
I personally believe that a few hours can contain a lot of important things, and I'm very keen on figuring out what happened in those few hours.
Chloe kind of stands up and checks all of her pockets. I have all my weapons.
Okay, good point. Let's go check. Do we all have our open?
Make me an investigation check.
Wait. I have 2 guns. I should fuck. Whatever.
Be nice, JH.
Hmm?
I'm allowed to do this.
7.
You search around
30
and
20.
both of you search around and you have all your weapons, all your items. Nothing seems to have been taken. Except your memory.
It's certainly odd.
What is the last thing we can remember? Nessie, that's sort of something that you have to clarify here, considering how it went last time.
Does Jonathan remember shooting?
What do we remember? What actually happened? And which part of it do we remember?
Roll me
Oh, damn it.
a 1d100.
So what do 100 have to do with it?
This is gonna casually make... What actually happened will depend on the roll.
78.
With a 78, you remember up to the point of eating the soup.
Okay, what about the others?
Oh, and roll me a 1d100.
I'm going to need to have a bit more to go on because I, as a player, don't know what
Oh,
happened.
yeah, it'll be
Basically
okay.
nothing. After where we stopped, we had like maybe a minute before fuckery happened.
Yeah.
And since presumably we don't remember the fuckery, that means there's basically nothing happened. We just ate. That's it.
30.
30. Owen, you remember walking and following Tressa into the other room to help out Hannah, who had been unconscious, but after that, you do not remember. You just remember being in someone else's body, seeing the world around you, and then waking up all of a sudden as if you were just back in bed.
What about Chloe and Christian? Can we roll for them too?
I'll give it to them. I'll say they match with yours. They remember being in each other's bodies and then all of a sudden just being back to normal, and they remember about the same. Chloe remembers walking in with you, Owen, and Christian remembers standing by you, Jonathan.
Okay, so having eaten something and losing all memory for a few hours afterwards does not paint a very pretty picture.
No, it doesn't. I think
Why would none of this lines up?
No, I think we should go with the side of maybe arresting Tressa.
Or, well, before we escalate to that, maybe a second round of interrogation would do. I mean, it can't truly have been malicious intent. Why would we have our weapons otherwise? Right. Well,
You lead the way then?
do cover my back, Christian, just in case.
Of course, like always.
Actually, do we have a watch or something? Like, what time is it?
You look down at your watch and it is about 7:30
I can't
AM?
move Chloe.
a.m.
Everyone but Sata can move Chloe. Just get someone else to do it, Lamau.
There you go.
That is fantastic.
What? Welcome back, Axel.
Meant to click mute.
Holy hand touches the beacon.
Right. And Jarvis is just going to very casually pull out one of his guns, but like hold it just at his side.
Christian pulls out his.
Door Bravo is open.
Jonathan, when you open the door, you see Tressa chopping up some minor vegetables in front of her, maybe a zucchini or a carrot in front of her, and some weird looking purple potato. And you see the back of Timley across from her drinking some warm tea.
Right,
She doesn't seem to pay attention to you.
I'm gonna go this route. I'm gonna have Christian go this way.
As you walk closer, you finally get the attention of both of them. Timley actually looks up first and looks at both.
Doesn't face me.
He looks kind of upwards and sees both you and Christian on either side of him and looks over at you, Jonathan. Oh, good morning. And with that good morning, Tressa finally gets out of her what seems to be almost like a trance-like state. She was kind of drifting kind of away from where she was. And she kind of shakes her head and looks at all of you. Oh, good morning. I didn't think that you guys would be awake yet.
Yes, funny thing, I wasn't aware we were asleep at all. I seem to have misplaced my memories of the previous evening.
Same with myself. I remember treating your friend there, but everything after that is just gone.
Can't say I know anything about that. You guys ate some soup, and after a little bit of us talking, you noticed it was getting real late at night and asked if you guys could spend the night to sleep. I just told you I had a spare room and 2 spare beds and told you guys to go sleep in there.
I think you already know what I'm gonna ask to roll now.
Insight?
Yes, well done.
Can I also roll insight on that?
Sure.
All roll insight on it.
All of you can. You can roll for
15 for
Christian
me.
and
what's Christian's insight? Doesn't he have like similar stats to me? I can never remember.
let me look.
I look. I
Yeah,
still have
you
the-
can look. You
Where
got
is it? Insight. Oh no, Christian has horrible insight. He's gullible as fuck. should-
Both we and myself have good insight.
I
so-
should abuse that more often, honestly. I only rolled 1 lower than me.
Huh.
Okay, yeah, Chloe.
Yeah, Chloe is MVP of the night.
Chloe is the most cynical being in the entire group.
However, something seems off with what she said. You are right to think that something is not right, as if she is not telling the whole truth.
Without giving away that we've noticed anything, you say we talked. What did we talk about?
You asked a lot of different questions, actually. What mine and Tim's plans were gonna be for Hannah, and just what we've been trying to do here, and just if I knew anything, really. It was kind of just a rehashing of the interrogation you gave me upstairs.
Let's do the roll thing again.
You can give me an insight.
Interrogation, yes, an interrogation roll. I'd like
Interrogation.
18 this
Ooh.
time.
18.
Let's do Christian too. Maybe he has wisened up, or maybe he has stupid it down. Let's see.
Yes,
Yes,
stupid it down.
I'm liking this. This is fun.
Christian has retreated to his previous density.
Ooh.
Nat fucking 20
Okay.
there.
Mhm.
Everyone minus Christian. She is lying through her teeth.
Hold up. That's the fun thing about having.
The thing
Christian
with
Christian
specifically, with you specifically, Owen, you heard a slight stutter in her voice as she spoke about trying to come up with an idea of what you guys could have talked about.
Question: how loud is the noise of someone flicking the safety off of a gun?
Pretty loud.
Uh-oh.
Well, then Trissa should have no problem hearing it.
Roll me intimidation.
Wait, question. You shot Tressa.
Hell yeah.
Is there
No,
anything
Oh,
visible?
well,
I don't remember doing that.
No, but is there like anything enough that now that you're suspicious, if you take a
I
look
feel
at her,
like if I had actually shot Tressa,
We're not there.
that would have been something that Jonathan would have noticed.
While
Unless
Jonathan's
it's
We're
so
not
doing-
well
there.
While Jonathan's doing that, I'm going to cast Zone of Truth.
Oh,
Where are
yes.
you placing that? Because
10.
Let's see. What is the size of 60
20
feet?
foot.
I think,
Oh, it's
so.
60 radius?
Holy
Wait, no,
shit.
that's the casting range. It's a 15-foot radius. Okay.
Okay.
that's better.
I was gonna say, there's no way it's that big.
60-foot radius. I cast Village Truth.
Let's see.
with
What's the radius of the room? I think I could fit a vast majority of the room in the 15-foot radius. So
Can you
Oh,
exclude people from
Every
it?
single character
No.
fits in that radius.
You cannot exclude people from it. In that case, that puts yourself on.
Yeah, look, that's not exactly a problem, is it? Like, we are not the ones
we
being
actually
interrogated
don't
here.
actually know. We don't have any.
Yeah, like, we can't
answers.
lie because we can't remember.
How much do you know about her?
With your intimidation,
I mean, it's not just picking
Jonathan.
the safety. That was just the opening of the threat.
Yeah.
Um,
She's not phased. She doesn't seem as if she's phased. However, with your Zone of Truth, what is the save for it?
That save would be
is that only
A
once or
16.
with every question?
What is it?
Save is a 16. The save
No.
is a 16.
Wisdom.
Is it
as I
wisdom?
recall.
It's wisdom.
Charisma. For the spell
Oh.
says charisma.
It is
Ah.
wisdom. Even better.
Reason.
Again, is that do you have to save only once or for every question asked? Or lie told, rather?
I
And
believe it's just once.
and what is your save DC?
16.
16. Okay. You set off the spell, and it kind of startles Tressa a second, like, what's going on?
That is precisely the correct question. Or rather,
By
what
the way,
was...
Everyone else needs to make a save also.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Everyone.
What do I roll? The charisma saving throw?
Charisma saving
apply to
throw.
myself? Does it apply to myself?
Yes, it does.
Okay, I can beat that saving throw.
I did beat the saving throw.
Jonathan
Hell
beats it.
yeah.
I can lie my ass off and
Don't
nobody
forget,
can stop me.
don't forget Christian.
All right,
Oh
all right.
no, the dumb boy.
No, Christian has different stats, different abilities. Let's see.
I do not beat my
Okay,
own.
no.
That
Christian
is
is even
hilarious.
worse than me. Let's
Oh
see.
no.
You crit fail your own
Yeah, okay,
spell.
no, Christian can't lie either.
Christian cannot lie.
Chloe's just plus.
God damn it, Christian is fucking dense.
I swear someone just set off a firework or something somewhere.
So
else.
Christian cannot lie.
God damn, Chloe.
That was loud.
And
Holy shit,
okay.
Chloe.
Oh, it looks like someone passed it. Whatever, I still have the good old insight, so...
Yep. And Jonathan passed it, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Anywho's.
Yeah, anyway, I've had... because I feel like we wouldn't have to discuss this beforehand. Christian is covering the exit.
Okay.
So if someone tries to leave, he's ready. That's his main role there. He's going to be intimidating in front of the door and make it clear that that's not an option. This is a basement. Tony. There is no window.
We were told it was a basement.
Yes.
We were told. Does that lead to... Also, there's a bed in front of
Why
it.
are
You'd have
there
to jump
windows
over
in
the
this
bed.
basement?
They're like,
like a small window?
Yeah, they're like small windows.
Like the ones that are at the top.
Like,
Yeah.
she'd have to climb over the sick person on the bed to get to the windows.
And
One, that's not exactly something I expect people to be... Like,
Let-
that'd be really a sign of desperation. Two, that takes a moment, and we have good reflexes.
that's true.
I would be able to get off a command spell before that happens.
I'd be able to get off at least one gunshot before it happens. So...
Okay.
So, Christian doesn't have to lie up there because his job is to look intimidating. Like, he's the hired muscle.
His arms are crossed.
No, he probably has his weapon out, but you can still cross your arms with a weapon in hand. So,
Yeah.
so... We've already been over this once, haven't we? Yesterday. Are you
Ye-
really gonna start lying to us now?
I
Maybe
haven't.
maybe your friends can corroborate your story.
She looks over at Timley and he goes to stutter for a second. And he says, I cannot. And then you watch as he covers his mouth in an instant.
Well, what do you know?
We love to see it.
You watch as she kind of just stares at Timley in shock.
If I were you, I'd start speaking, and ideally, not lying while doing so.
You can tell that Timley is telling the truth.
Yeah, but that was directed at Tressa.
Right, but when you I'm saying for Owen,
Yeah.
Owen senses
I
that.
know.
Yep, just telling you.
I can sense whether they passed or failed. That
Okay.
is part of the spell.
Yep.
I am aware that Tressa is still capable of lying.
Yep. Okay, Jonathan, what did you say?
I just told her to start talking, basically.
I don't know what you mean.
Just deep breath. You gave us some way more sensitive intel than what happened in a few lost hours, with very little resistance on your part. Why are you clamming up?
yesterday, I offered you food, and afterwards you felt like you need to go take a nap. It's not my fault that you had some weird ass La La Land shit. It's not my fault.
Is this true, Timley?
Who said anything about all of that shit? I believe I mentioned that I had no memory of what happened. You seem to be a bit more well informed than you claim.
Owen, with your question. Timley sighs and says she is lying.
Right, well, there goes the confirmation.
Tressa looks at Timley and sighs and whispers something under her breath.
Up. Can I see her mouth?
Yes, you can.
I can read lips.
Okay.
Whether I can hear it is immaterial. What did she say?
She said, "You fucking idiot."
Oh no, don't blame your brother. But do start talking. I'm only going to ask so many times.
And she looks up at you. And if I don't?
And cast a glance over to Christian, who, still stands ready there. Do we need to re-establish yesterday's stakes? Or do we need to raise them?
I could have gotten out of that at any point.
Well, maybe you can, but I count 3 people in this room, and I don't think you're particularly in a hurry to leave them behind.
You can tell that her jaw is clenching.
So, if that is indeed what you want to do, by all means, try to run. You might succeed. Maybe one of the others will too, but at least one of you isn't going anywhere. So, why don't we make this very easy for everybody here and just start talking?
Roll me an intimidation check.
God damn it. I hate that I can't get proficiency in things in the middle of the game, because intimidation is something I really should have proficiency in at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I have inspiration, as I showed up in my red shirt, so...
Okay.
Hell yeah.
13.
You could fate it.
I'm not fating it.
Okay. She looks at you, contemplating what to do. You can see that it's almost as if you can tell that the wheels in her head are turning. And then she just sighs and looks down at her hands.
It's the alarm.
Fucking hell. You were supposed to stay asleep a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm. Yes, keep going.
And why is that?
So that people could pass through Mithridane without you poking your head around it. They
Mhm.
offered me safety for my family. It was either that or they would send someone to confirm that Hannah was killed in action. And Timley would also be. I had no choice.
Wait, Zeta, can you ask the question this time?
You must realize that we're a lot more likely to poke our way into this now that you've harmed us in the process of hiding this. I healed your friend. We were on your, at least partially on your side last night.
And they would have come in here and killed everyone. The hope is that I would have been able to finish the salve that I'm working on currently, to be able to at least sedate Hannah enough that I could travel out of here and get away.
Well, that is all fascinating. The more important question at the moment is, who told you to do this? Who was traveling through here? Who does not want us to know that?
It's a hunter. I don't know his name.
Have you met him?
Only once before.
Then at least you've seen him.
A darker skinned gentleman.
I'm fairly certain you can go into more detail than that, right?
Facial hair, fairly tall, looks older. I don't know. I've only ever met him like when it's been darker out, and I'm not exactly a good judge of what a person looks like. It's not necessarily my job. I used to smuggle shit, not like try to hurt people or assassinate people. That's not my thing.
All up one moment.
I just put something together in his head.
No, more like I'm kicking my memory into gear again.
It's been like a month since I've played with this.
Hair color, dark brown to black? About shoulder length?
I couldn't tell you the length, but I would assume it's dark like his beard was.
Mm-hmm. Full face, beard, and mustache?
Again, it was dark out.
Not exactly observant, are you? Actually, hold up. On that whole description stuff, let's just roll an insight just in case, It's already proven she's not trustworthy right now. Nat 20.
Ooh. Her body,
Is she?
her body, like posture, looks more defeated than you have ever seen. She looks as if she knows that she's been put into a corner. You can tell she's telling the truth.
Well, that could still be a lot of people, but there are some pertinent cases here.
Please, I'm just only doing this to make sure Tim and Anna get out of this. I honestly,
Putting
at
that aside,
this point, could care less what happens to me. Hell, if you have to arrest me, if you have to shoot me, I don't give a fuck. Just make sure they're safe.
putting that aside for now, what did you do to us?
It was a sedative that the man gave me. He said it would work for you.
How did you... I presume it was the food, yes?
Yes, it was.
How did you get that in there? I watched you the entire time. Unless you weren't affected by it?
We didn't eat a lot of it. We had maybe less than a spoonful.
Can you
They were just gonna have-
describe what this sedative looked like to me? I'm assuming it's a liquid of some sort.
No, it was a fine powder.
What color?
Whitish?
Can I roll a medicine check to see, or a medicine check to see if I know what it is?
Sure.
Or at least some options for what it could be.
Ba-da-ba-ba.
As it seems to have caused memory loss, which is a problem.
So there's +8. $17.
17. As a medic within the Hunter Society, you know that the Hunter Society has access to a lot of different drugs and sedatives that would be definitely dissolvable within food and or water itself. They might even go as far to be pretty tasteless, odorless, etc. It could be a number of ones that you're familiar with. However, you know that crushed up and pulverized... Oh, what was it called? I am forgetting the name of it. How dare I? The vampire anti-flower. I think it's Amarithia.
Yeah,
Where?
Axe is confirming it. Amarithia.
Amarithia. Thank you. Has it's very fine and powdery, almost like baby powder as it's crushed. And it can cause memory loss.
Okay, yeah, but that knowledge doesn't help us with the interrogation, but it's at least potentially useful.
It'll potentially come in useful down the line. That said, it won't be as simple as walking into the Society's archives and seeing who's booked out Amarithia. There is a war going on.
Considering this was an inside job, they probably banked on that. How exactly did you intend to explain this had we slept those few more hours? Would it have made a difference at all?
We would have been long gone by then.
Wonderful.
I had passage to the Underdark set up.
Set up how?
I'm paying for a portal. It's been a shit ton of gold. It's what I've been able to scrounge around. It's about 100 gold per person. It's right on the border of Mithridane and the Feydark.
Were you told that we specifically were coming, or just that someone was coming?
Someone. I wasn't told many details. Just to have some sort of stew prepared and that there were some annoying hunters that were following things around. And then I was handed the powder and told to put it in the food.
I'm actively thinking a lot right now. There's not going to be much talking coming from me.
I'm glad that I could give you the think thonks.
Yeah, it's mostly me hitting my memory to see what comes out.
I take it you were just planning on laying low once you got to the Underdark.
Yes, I have family there. And that was pretty much it.
Fiercely debating something in my head right now. Because out of character now. Because if our car is potentially either partially or entirely blown, that means our logistical options are severely restricted from here on out.
Are you saying this in character?
No, I specified out of character.
Okay.
This is just me thinking aloud.
I would.
In or out of character, Zeta?
Out of character, but I'm also struggling to think of how I want to word this out of character as well.
I think this might be a good time to take a break.
Mhm.
While you
Sure.
guys
I agree.
think about everything going on. Don't worry, Caro. After the break, we will head to your thing.
I figured. I saw that coming. Should've
Yeah.
all done it once.
So this will be a perfect time to have a 15-minute break while our hunters discuss stuff and I go get food because I'm hungry. Lots of stuff to think about. Anyways, I will be right back.
Think thonking indeed. Did everyone go get water?
I
have
have water. It's
water.
fine.
Ow. I need a
Ugh, this
desk.
is-
I can't keep doing this. My lower back is angry right now.
Yeah. You need that desk.
Either that or once I get the end tables, just sit out in the living room on a proper sofa until I get the desk and a desk chair. Because at least that'll be a little bit different than trying to sit on my bed.
That does remind me. DM me tomorrow, sometime after I wake up, to have me look for that mouse.
Will do.
Thank you, because I did forego. until
Yeah, no,
just
it's
now.
all good. It's all good. I was not expecting you to do that right away, but yes, it should probably be something we do before Wednesday. So.
Yes. Well, it needs to happen before Tuesday,
Oh yeah, you're right.
because I drive out on Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're packing Sunday and Monday and getting
Yeah.
and leaving
Well,
Tuesday. Yeah.
I've got my streams on Sunday, but
Right.
packing
sure.
Monday, cleaning Monday.
Okay, never mind. She is on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Tressa
I
being
would-
on the list.
Could
Yeah.
be a bluff though.
Tressa is on the list. Tim Lee is on the list. Hannah
Yeah.
is on the list. They are
Yeah.
all there.
Why
But do
would
they know?
Gerald made the list? Why would Gerald put her on the kill list if he's also now trying to save her life?
Potentially, considering she was planning on fleeing, who says he would have let her succeed?
We're going
She
on
was
the
useful. She would have exhausted her usefulness after this. Because, think about it. From our perspective, we would have woken up, she'd be gone, we'd never see her again.
tell her that Gerald is trying to kill her?
Is she aware, or have we told her?
I think you told her about Hannah being on the list. That's why you guys were looking for her.
We haven't told her that the same person who's organizing our travel is the person who.
Yeah, but again,
Oh,
we could.
True, but
First of all, we don't know if it's Gerald who she's met with. It's heavily likely, but we don't know. Also, from this point forward, I'm gonna trust Tressa with absolutely zero important information that's not public knowledge.
I need to
Because
go
she's
get
proven that she's going to spill whoever's information as long as it saves those that are close to her, which, while sure is an admirable character trait, it's really not in our favor here right now.
Is there any way that us as a group could make sure? Not make sure.
Again, I refer to what I mentioned in the group chat. I'm debating it.
Yes, but
I understand it, and I'm sure you saw my statement. But again, you do as your character sees fit.
Yeah, because
However, if we kill her here, then Gerald knows that we know for certain.
Loose ends being tied up has to happen. It had to start happening 10 sessions ago.
Gerald knew that we were after Tressa anyway. If he
That's true.
finds
That's
her
all.
dead, he doesn't necessarily know whether Tressa has done the thing, or if we just took a while to interrogate her.
So, here's
Basically,
my reasoning
all we have
for...
to, sorry, Axel.
I'll let you finish.
All we have to really do is ask if anyone has been here while we were knocked out, and if no one was there, then they have no way of knowing what happened in that time. Which means whatever we do, they can't really draw conclusions based on it. If we just go back and pretend we know nothing, we might be able to preserve our cover at least a little bit.
So, I don't think Gerald would get tipped off by Tressa dying. And here's why. So, we have reason to believe that Gerald gave Tressa the tip that people were coming for her. Gerald already knew that we didn't like Tressa. We have a lot of reason to just kill her. Therefore, cover is still preserved. We have pre-existing reasons to murder Tressa.
I'm big.
Yeah,
Welcome
the
back.
main problem also here is
No,
just
we didn't.
logistics. We're specifically here for Hannah, but how the fuck do we get Hannah anywhere?
Pick her up.
If we do what we're discussing, it's going to be a lot harder to get Hannah to come with us.
Well, Hannah's not
yes.
exactly conscious right now, is she? Or is she?
Not that I'm aware of.
No, she's
Didn't
not.
say anything.
Yeah,
No, she's
So
not.
that wouldn't be a problem. Just don't tell her.
You are being rescued. Please do not resist.
Yeah, I mean specifically Victoria sent us here to retrieve Hannah. But
No.
that objective is still on the table. How exactly we do it? Good question. But now, honestly, if we manage to somehow get Hannah to Euphoria without someone spotting us, she'd be safe as roses, because Victoria has already proven that she has a vested interest in Hannah. She is considered KIA. The cover would be perfect. If we can pull it off. But how the fuck do we get Hannah to Euphoria?
I, as a player, support your current plan. I don't think Owen as a character would. I just want to put that out there before you go through with doing it.
Yeah, again, there's too many factors to consider here, and it's not a decision I can make lightly, but also I can't exactly discuss it with the squad in character now, can I? So we may have to go with the interim solution.
Well, if I remember correctly, we're switching to Caro and by extension Neraina, so you guys will have time to think. I will just say,
Murder time!
well that, but also if in character you guys can do it. Remember that Neraina would probably want to have words with Tressa before you do anything, and even maybe help with the thing. But again, whatever
We'll
you
have
guys
time
do,
to think about it now
you
while
will have
Caro
time to
does
think
his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you keep making me interrogate people, Nessie? I don't like it.
You're good at it though.
Mm-hmm.
Good at it.
I need an opportunity to get my interrogation shit doing.
You will have
This
the
is-
opportunity.
I am constantly handicapped by my
Also,
low
here,
intimidation ability. Like, this is, I feel, where Baldur's Gate would give you situational advantage, as it likes to do. So, which usually saves your ass there, but I only have a measly +2, and I can only reroll things so often. Before the universe explodes in my face.
Hmm.
It does beg the question, though. Is Jonathan shooting Tressa still canon? Like, did that actually happen? Or...
You haven't checked.
Yeah, like, I haven't checked because I can't remember doing it, so I wouldn't know to check.
Mm-hmm.
Like, unless you can do something with passive observation where I can see she has a limp or some shit like that, I have no current way of figuring it out. Which is why I'm asking out of character.
That
Don't you have a
reminds
like
me.
high passive observation?
Yes, I have incredibly high passive observation, which is why Jonathan asked how the fuck they got that shit into the soup without him noticing, because by all rights, he should have.
So I'm kind of halfway working on a sort of VATS type system for D&D shooting people. Where like shooting people in certain spots has consequences. I'm considering it, and I need tips.
I would like something like that to be implemented into 5e.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm writing it.
You know? Body
I'm
shots
writing
being
it
very
myself. I'm thinking at this point instituting like additions and decreases to AC based on where you're shooting. Like, you have a lower chance to hit head than you do to hit torso.
So probability would be like from lowest to highest, head, arms, torso, head, arms, legs, torso.
Yes.
Right.
I'm
head,
thinking
small
like
target.
a +3 to AC versus head. Maybe like a +2 for arms, +1 for legs,
and
+0 for torso.
Flat for body shots because they're pretty easy.
And you have to specify what you're shooting before you roll.
Well, it usually does change the DC if you specify shots.
Yeah, that's
Also,
that's why I'm working on like writing a semi-official sounding document documenting how this would work.
question. Generally, also, why do you get disadvantage in close quarters?
Because usually you've got bows.
Yeah, but again, this is a gun. In close quarters, my chance of missing someone approaches 0 if I know how to use this thing. So
5e does not account for firearms.
again, that's why I picked the gunner feat, which is useless otherwise, but it
You
does
grabbed
actually
gunner,
mean that
I grabbed close quarters shooter.
that in an official context, that means I never get disadvantage, even if I'm incredibly close to the person. But I feel like it should be the opposite, that you'd get advantage if you're right in fucking front of them, because there's a certain distance where you can't even miss a fucking headshot
Consider
anymore.
within
So-
5
Yeah, I
within
would,
5 feet they can try to interfere with your aiming by physically slapping the gun away.
You don't need to aim within 5 feet, is
You really
the thing
don't.
here.
You really don't.
You need to aim if you want to go for a headshot specifically, but if you're just going for a body shot, you don't need to really aim. That's what's in
don't.
front of you.
Yep.
And
It's right
consider-
there, bang, bang.
And also consider there are some places like on the head. Like if you hit right here at the temple and that bullet goes through, you're basically instantly dead.
If it's a 45 and it hits anywhere on the head,
You're dead.
you're
On
dead.
hooked.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if it doesn't hit the brain, it's going to splinter the skull.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
45 again. Like, if you have the fun idea of a gun that does psychic damage because it is 45 ACP and kills the soul,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Where's that from? What's
That's an
that
idea.
from?
I
we had
want
a-
my soul gun, damn it.
we had a fun idea of giving Jonathan a gun that does half damage as elemental damage, depending on a roll. And if we add psychic, then it has to be 45 ACP because it kills the soul.
Very true.
It is 45 ACP.
That's
God's
the meme.
caliber.
9mm kills the body, but 45 ACP kills the soul.
45 ACP is God's caliber.
Mm.
For a reason.
I definitely did not scarf down my food. That was
No, surely not.
delicious.
We have never specified the caliber of Jonathan's gun, so for all we know, he is running around with 45 ACP handguns. So.
I would
have,
my dad's girlfriend made us a pork loin roast with some roasted veg. Very
Nice.
delicious. I may have gotten a giant portion that's the size of 2 portions, so I didn't have to go back and get seconds, because I tried some
enough.
of it and
Fair
was
enough.
like, holy shit, that's delicious.
Oh no, this is too good. More.
More. I did the same thing actually with the pulled pork sandwiches I had at a friend's house today. I was like, I'm just gonna grab 2 now because I'm pretty I've had it before, so I knew it was gonna be good.
It is delicious. Anyways, I
Done.
would have assumed that standard issue for the Hunter Society is a Glock. I feel like
So
that's
9mm.
yeah.
Glock is decent,
I've been
but at least
imagining.
make it SIG.
I've been imagining Owen with like a revolver though.
Maybe
So,
higher ranks
Standard
allots
military
you.
issue right now is SIG Sauer. I will
Yeah.
raise that point. It's still 9mm, but it's more durable and it's more accurate.
I guess, yeah. So we can talk about that later. Anyways,
That's after game stuff.
that's after game stuff. Anyways, back to the campaign at hand.
Here we go.
Those who had taken
Okay, eat it.
over or had found themselves inside Neraina's and Karo's body. All of you walk out into the next room. You blink twice. And you see that you are yourselves again.
Good timing.
What the fuck? Are we
At
just getting
this point-
fucked with? Are we just getting fucked with right now? Is that what's happening?
Would you be that shocked?
No, actually, I really wouldn't.
You also
Out
have
of
to bear in
character-
mind, we're still in the Feywild.
Out of character, Silric and Vi also got
Yes.
swapped around, right? Okay, so
Yep.
we are all four of us are kind of just like, right? Okay, cool.
This is the I guess we're back in the Feywilds again.
Yeah, I don't know about you. I really would.
Every living creature has 1 hit point.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
would not be surprised if we were being fucked with, but why? They already have us where they want us, or at least Map does.
I would recommend against saying her name too frequently.
Her Majesty has us where she wants us.
Indeed. Let's change that, shall we?
What do you suggest?
Karo is going to sling his gun over his shoulder. Let's get this shit done.
Neraina is going to run, or kind of hold up a hand, dash back to the room that she and Silric were in, and grab the hand axes that she infused, and hand them to whoever she was supposed to give them to.
I
think it was
recall who those
I think it
were.
was Vi and
I think
Silric.
it was Vi and
actually?
I
Silric.
think
I think it was Vi and either Hendeft or Jameson.
Yeah.
Because Silric has a lot of weapons.
He does.
Yeah, Silric
Yeah.
does.
Yeah, I guess Neraina will hand one to Vi and say it'll come back to you if you throw it and it doesn't go where it's supposed to, and then look at Hendeft and Liza and be like, who wants the other one?
You watch as Liza pulls out daggers.
Nice.
Duly noted. And Neraina will offer the other hand axe to Hendeft.
Hendef takes it and just kind of bows her head slightly. Are you ready
Same
for
deal. I
this?
Nevermore.
As I'll ever be.
So what do you do, guys?
Well, I'm assuming there's still guards outside the door.
Yes.
I'm gonna open the door.
As you open the door, you are greeted with a bunch of wait staff, holding piles upon piles of food.
That's not such a bad idea.
Agreed.
Hold for about 10 minutes.
Do you all back up?
Yes.
You all back
I
up,
will say,
and the wait staff comes forward. And then the last person to come in is the eldest child of Mab.
Have I heard of him? Of this being?
You saw him talking to Mab when you first teleported in.
Can I get the picture?
Yep, I am getting it. Would come out up to why? Why?
Scuff!
This gentleman.
That guy.
Oh, the scuff.
Damn, he kind of hot. What?
yeah.
Always
Uh,
fuck him instead of fight him.
The object is
It's
not
too
to
late for
fuck
that
the
now.
enemy.
I think Vi would object.
He comes in.
And I have heard of him.
Yes,
Okay.
this is Mog.
What feats have I heard of? Mog?
Mohg.
Would be. May I ask why you're here?
His hands are kind of behind his back, just kind of looking around. My mother has sent me to make sure that you all are well fed before going to slaughter.
How generous of her.
And I wanted to make sure that all of you slept well last night.
Was fine.
Insight
Thanks for
check.
asking.
Roll insight.
I'm just kind of curious as to. That's an 18.
Nice.
He seems to know something. Like he's not telling the whole truth of everything that he knows.
Friends and companions, please don't touch that. This is still fairy food.
Neraina's looking very intently at the prince and just like,
Sir, are you going to be participating?
If my mother wills it, yes.
All right
But-
then.
Other than that, I will stay out of my younger brother's dealings. He fucked up here.
That he did. He's going to regret it.
Neraina's suspicious as hell. Is there some sort of check I can do on the food?
Roll me a medicine check.
That's not one I've used often. I need to. Okay. Yeah, that's
Still wisdom based.
a 15.
Nice.
With a 15, you kind of poke around the food. It smells very normal, like there's no additives to it. It's a very nicely spiced variety of vegetable dishes, some dark colored mushrooms that are lightly glazed in some sort of vinegary base. If you look at it, it's a very vegetarian based meal. There doesn't seem to
Mhm.
be any meat here.
Makes sense. Yeah, and I will note that Neraina is not trying to hide that she is inspecting the food. Like,
Correct.
You can tell she's, yeah.
He'll raise
Like,
an
she's-
eyebrow. You know my mother would not attempt to poison any of you. That goes
However,
again.
taking the food still means we owe a debt.
No, she would not break the laws of a duel. The duel time has been
Good.
set, so it's a timed thing. I would hope you would know that.
Well, your
Have to take
Highness and
precautions.
yes, your Highness and Her Majesty will hopefully forgive us our paranoia. We're not exactly trusting of anything anymore. Hard lessons and all that.
Of course, of course. Anyways, please eat up. I will be back to gather at least your group. While you wait here an additional hour to prepare alone. And he looks right at you, Caro.
I'm looking right back.
He just has a very pleasant smile on. And you watch as he turns and just walks out the door as the door shuts behind him.
As
That's
soon
gonna
as
be our
Neraina thinks
worst
it's quiet,
opponent.
she's gonna Neraina's gonna look at Caro and kind of quietly go, "He knew something about our sleep, about what happened, or at least he thought something might have happened. Just so you know."
Appreciate the intel. He's gonna be our biggest threat.
Indeed.
If he gets in, it... And F. Jameson, would it be safer to take this in a 1v1?
You watch as Hendef kind of sits down for a second and thinks about it.
Just so he doesn't get involved.
Potentially, because we don't know who the other aggressors would be paired up with us.
I don't like you having to do this alone, Caro, but
I can handle him.
as a quick aside, Nessie, we had a long rest,
Correct.
correct? I believe I need to roll a d10 for my flask.
D20, yes.
Oh, d20, was it? Really? Oh.
Yeah, it's a D20.
Okay. Apparently I forgot how many drinks you came up with. Crap. Why can't
She had help.
I did.
Yeah, just a flat d20.
Yep.
Okay. That's a 2.
Okay.
I was gonna
yeah.
pull a cigarette out of his pack, light it up.
Neraina is going to kind of eye the food again and just be like, "Well, I don't
Eat it.
sense." Yeah, I
The drugs were never the problem.
No, they weren't. So she'll sit down, kind of get something in her stomach, and then grab her flask with the dwarvish whiskey or whatever and take a swig.
Okay.
And then she's gonna look begrudgingly at her other flask. Fuck it, and take a swig.
As you take a swig, you feel the dark, murky liquid of muddy water flow into your mouth.
The cocktail!
Oh, the cocktail? I don't know what that
No,
is.
this is truly
Oh,
muddy water.
Oh, Nessie, you monster!
What did
You
what did that do?
monster! When I said muddy
Very-
water, I meant the cocktail!
Nope.
Neraina just looks at the flask again.
As you like kind of crunch your teeth together, you feel the
that's gritty.
crunchy.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gritty.
That's pretty delightful. Shoves the flask away. That was great. And she goes
Up
for
in
the
your
whiskey
flask.
again.
Yeah, you might want to wash that down, whatever that was.
Yeah, no, didn't I tell you what happened with that flask?
Don't recall.
Oh no, I was trying to make it an unending flask so that whatever was in it, alcohol-wise, would never run out, and it backfired. And now every time I have a nice long rest, it changes to something else, and I never know what it's going to be until I try it.
Might not want to touch that for the rest of the day.
Not today, no.
Liza looks over to you, raises an eyebrow. You used my unfinished blueprint for that, didn't you? That had a flaw in it.
Ulbrecht told me I needed to work on something, and it popped into my head. So yes, I did.
She just
kind of worked.
I applaud you for the enthusiasm there, Neraina. You just watch as she sits down with Hendeft, and they start eating some of the food.
That feels... You know what, never mind. And goes back to eating.
I was gonna sit down, fill a plate. Well, I'm taking that solo. I'll like Mog.
He seemed to have an uneasiness about him. This is Silric talking. And a darker aura about him.
He's our eldest.
Which means he's
That
more
makes him
trained.
pretty old.
Yeah.
Much rather fight the youngest.
Well, the youngest is the one who messed up, wouldn't they? It seems like they might try to make him amend for it, but...
He's the one I challenged.
That's true.
He can't
so
back down.
He can't back down, no.
Alright.
A few hours pass. And
You?
an hour.
Thank you.
Sorry. A few means one or two.
A few means
No, it
two or
means two or
three.
Means more than one.
Anyways, an hour passes and you hear the door open up again and you see Mog step in. That's when
Alright.
he looks at the group and you see a bunch of guards. These fairy-like creatures. Let me find them. These creatures step
Ew, I don't
in
like them.
alongside him.
Alright, let's get this done. Business is business.
As always, I'm glad that you are a smart man. Your friends can come with me. We will get them set up safely while you prepare alone for an hour.
That'd be fantastic.
He seems to be waiting for all of you to approach.
Neraina's gonna, on her way towards the door, she's gonna quick stop by Caro, look at him for a sec, impulsively give him a hug, and whisper in his ear, "Good luck. I believe in you." And then...
Vi will do the same except give you a slight little kiss on the cheek.
as Neraina walks away, she's gonna grab Silric's hand and just kind of, she's clinging a little bit.
He's gonna cling on to you, and all of you head out. Caro, you watch the door close behind you. However, the rest of the group, you walk down a hallway and are greeted with a bunch of guards around you. However, you are led down into the familiar room that you were once in. You were set up in a line with a guard on either side of you. And then all of a sudden you watch as a force field is cast on top of all of you. After an hour of standing there, seeming like it has taken forever. Yes,
I'd
Kara?
like to commune with my patron.
Okay, go ahead, commune.
Oh, here we go.
Oh!
All right. I suppose I'm looking at a bad time here. Any words?
You feel this rush of power surge around you. When you open
It's
your
my fate to roll a new
eyes, when you open your eyes, you see the mind garden appear in front of you. She is sitting in front of a fountain again. This time, pruning what seems to be a dead flower in front of her.
My lady.
What is this I hear about you being captured by the Dark
Didn't have
Queen?
much option. I didn't exactly will it to be that way. Circumstances happened. But circumstances also led to an out and fighting the youngest. One-on-one.
You know that this will not go well for you.
I've got some fight in me.
So why call upon me? What do you ask?
Just if you've got any advice going into this.
Be the unexpected.
That's the plan.
Don't let them know your next move. Because if they do, they will act as what they are. Fae.
You're right. Alright.
And if you ever need assistance, remember who you are. Remember what you
course.
are.
We'll see if I need to call on that.
She stands up and strolls over to you. As she gets closer, you feel the irradiating power coming from Fate herself. As she reaches out to you and touches your shoulder, you feel a surge of power come from that. You get advantage on all saving throws for the rest of the day.
Oh yeah!
Hell yes!
I'll take that. Thank you, my lady.
She gives you a slight bow, and as you close your eyes once again and reopen them, you awaken in the same room again. to the sound of knocking at the door.
Alright, let's get this done. He'll open the door.
You see a set of 2 guards standing there.
Good morning, gentlemen.
They say nothing in response.
Let's go.
They lead you out into the main courtyard. As you walk up several stairs, you approach the same courtyard area that you were before. As you step closer and closer, you see your friends lined up on the side. You see a full council room. And you see Mab on her chair. Both of her sons seeming to talk to her quietly. And you see an older lady standing here. As you enter the courtyard, everything goes quiet around you.
Do I recognize the foreigner?
The which one?
That one.
No.
Cool. Alright.
As you enter, she stands, outstretching her arms. You watch the guards go to your side and a little bit further away, allowing you to step forward as she greets her council. Knight Council and guests, I welcome you to a duel of the century. Karrokhan Sumethra, you have asked for a duel to the death from my son, Morgo. Duelers, step forward to the officiant.
Assuming she indicates
Yes.
that one?
Yes. You watch as her son turns and steps towards the officiant. Back one. As you approach, you watch this woman look at the both of you and pull out a book. Now, I hope I don't have to explain how duels work. You will each take turns setting off one either spell or physical attack. If you attack anyone outside of the 2 of you, or bring in anyone, you will have forfeited the duel, and you will be killed on sight. Do I have any objections? You watch.
Nay.
You watch as Mab's son shake his head as an understanding. Now, duelists, take your marks. I will freehand it. She is telling you to stand here. And him stand here. You watch as she backs up. On the count of 10. 1. And you see her count all the way up to 10. And then you hear the sound of sparks go off around you. And you feel the surge of magic within you, Caro. You hadn't noticed till now, but you weren't able to use any of your magic until this very moment. I need you now to roll me initiative.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
I missed my tray. That'll be dirty 20.
Dirty 20?
Nice.
Okay, let me get this to work. Oh my fucking god, I fucking hate this. Remove all turns. Remove all turns, clear. His initiative was a 10.
Alright.
And yours was a dirty 20.
Indeed.
Which means you are able to get your shot off first.
If I started with a shot, yes. Karo is going to eject a shell, cast darkness on it, and drop it to his feet.
Okay.
And that is magical darkness. I picked up Devil's Sight again on level up. I see through it.
Okay.
And as it is magical darkness,
What's
standard
its
dark
range?
vision does not. That is a 15-foot radius.
Okay. Let's, Can I please have it stay there? Finger.
And that's dropping on me, not him.
Oh, dropping on you, I mean.
Yes.
Okay.
Lovely. I'm gonna reposition. Turn end.
Okay. You see him grit his teeth. Funny little trick you got. I appreciate the fun little bits here, I guess. But I think I'm gonna win. You know?
He is not responding.
Okay. Foot cube. He approximates around the area where he thinks you were. And you see a spell go off. I can get my little thing to work. And he drops I'm counting that correctly. Right there. He drops Fairy Fire.
And I have advantage on that.
Yep.
As I recall, that is a dex save.
Yes.
That'll be a... Hang on, I have to scroll up. That'll be a 18.
You pass. So you are not fairy fired. However, this whole area gets lit up.
Cutting down on my darkness. Smart.
And that is his turn.
Alright. My turn. I'm gonna sharpshooter in power this shot. How's a 21?
21 hits.
Alright. That, because I switched guns, smart me, is 2d6. Fuck it, we'll smite. Nine plus 17. 26 magical piercing plus 4, 5, 11, 18 plus 23 force damage.
So 40. How much is that?
23 and 20.
23
23.
and 23, yeah.
46.
46. Damn. Okay.
I'm not pulling the stops out, and after the shot, intentionally reposition here.
Okay.
Without moving through the fairy fire.
You see the spell hit, and he sort of collapses over, holding his side. He grits his teeth, and he flies forward.
Where'd my darkness go?
Oh. It was here. There we go. Right? No.
It was a little bit than that. There you go.
Yeah. 1, 2,
And he's
3,
flying somewhere.
4, 5, 7, 8. He is going to fly to here. Still within the fairy fire area.
I see.
And he is going to cast... Is it this spell? Yes. He is limited on his spells. Where is it? There it is. He is going to cast... Where is it? I love it when it doesn't give me the descriptions and I have to search for it. It's Great.
Yeah, I feel ya.
60-foot cone.
Oh, that's Cone of Cold.
Yeah.
I know that spell. Anywhere.
1, 2. Okay. I have to do this so I can actually see where it lands.
Actually, I've figured out a way to measure via coning.
Yeah.
You just have to pick the direction.
Yeah, I just had to,
Here, I can do my darkness.
Yes, please. It's a large area.
How do I get it to hold?
It's within the settings.
Linger.
Yeah. He blasts out Cone of Cold from his hand. You watch it.
Specifically not in the direction I was in. Smart. Alright. Let's see what you got.
So that is a Constitution saving throw.
Yes, it is.
Times 8.
16.
And that's with advantage?
That is with advantage. I only have +3.
You take 45 points of damage.
Not bad. Yeah. That, JH.
This count as him involving someone outside the fight. And
Oh wait, hang on. I'm stupid. I put the darkness on the wrong position. Oops. There we go.
Yeah.
God
These
damn.
are guards and they do not count.
Are you just free to kill them then?
Well,
Basically.
they are
Your
also
experience.
they are also flying.
And the cold cares not.
It's a certain area of effect.
Real quick, Nessie.
Yes.
While Axo was doing just for my own clarification, they put a wall of force on us.
Yes.
Is that just to prevent us from? Does it prevent us from moving at all, or is it just kind of there to keep us in one place?
So do you see the light purple square around you?
Yes.
It's
That's-
really thin, but it does exist.
Yeah.
God
Yeah.
fucking-
It took me a second. But I do see it. Yes.
Yeah, that's the area.
I wish I could click outside of the range and it would stay.
So we can move around in it, but we can't get out.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you. Just wanted.
But you have guards
clarification.
on either side of you.
Yeah.
So you get hit with this cone of cold as he just kind of smirks, feeling as if he's done something, and you watch as he just stays where he is.
Alright. Can I tell if he can see?
You cannot.
Alright. Well, I suppose the better way to phrase this is, if he can't see me, do I have advantage on my attack rolls? Because I did roll without that on accident.
You would not have it with your attack rolls, no.
Okay. We'll sharpshooter again. We're gonna spend an inspo on that.
Okay.
That's a lot better. 19.
19 hits.
All right, and that'll be. Where are my d6s? There you are. 4, 6, 17, 23 force. Magical piercing. Sharpshooter's a great feat, people.
I mean,
Okay.
And then following that, move here. Turn.
So that was your turn.
Yes.
You watch as him kind of move around his little fairy fired area. And he kind of Zeta. Duel of Fates.
Felt relevant.
It was. You watch as he kind of just walks around his fairy fire, kind of poking at your darkness, kind of on the edge, not leaving the square. So you do have some sort of trick up your sleeve. Huh. Too bad you won't last this fight. It might have been interesting to see your mother watch you die. And he takes a swing, missing.
as an aside, when he says that, Neraina's gonna mutter under her breath, "Well, that's just low, and kind of stupid."
Alright. And he made his attack.
Yes, he did. He in
Taro
fact
is going
made
to
2
step.
attacks.
That's illegal. Said 1 attack. I've only been making 1 attack. I have 2. No move from the ref?
She doesn't say anything.
He'll step right here. So, you get to cheat, do ya? And he'll take a shot. That'll be a 23 to hit.
That hits.
That's a 5. 27 magical piercing. And move up here.
You watch as you take the shot. How do you want to do this?
Yes! Yes!
Let's go!
So he is obviously facing south, yes?
Yes.
His ears are
Ooh.
wide open. In and out.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
Straight in
take
one ear, straight out the other.
Oh,
you
yes.
take that
Ooh.
final shot. It goes in one ear, out the other, and the bullet lands into kind of a wall, into this wall right over here. You watch as he drops to his knees and then collapses on the ground.
Alright. He's gonna drop concentration on darkness. What was that about dying in front of my mother?
You watch as this sun starts to approach you slowly. and all of a sudden you feel this force around you erupt from where Mab is. Because you could start to hear the council start to erupt in slow talks around you, and you hear her yell, "Silence! A duel is a duel, and per the old laws, you are free to leave. Now go before I change my mind."
All right. Friends, gather.
You watch the guards leave the circle, floating towards this body as the wall of force drops.
Gather quickly, please.
Sorry, quick computer is not cooperating. 1 sec.
And we are out of here. I would like to use the pendant to attempt to travel to Astrazalian. In front of
Okay.
Mother Dearest.
Okay.
That's a pass. Very sweet.
Okay. That would have been
Whew.
just desserts for everything that has happened. You watch as magic swirls around you, as you watch as the older brother has a smile on his face, and he kind of whispers to you, mouthing, "We'll see each other again."
Oh, I'm sure we will.
Gotta find the throne room. There we go. You all land right in front of the Lady Chandria herself, all kind of falling together in a pile.
Okay. Mother,
Ow.
was it your idea or Titania's to try to reason with Mab?
Neither of ours.
That's not what... I can't remember if it was Hen after Jameson said. Something of a diplomatic mission.
To discuss something with one of the Dark Council members. Plans that they had, yes, but not to discuss it directly with...
Well, her youngest son's dead now. The eldest don't like me very much.
To be fair, I don't think the eldest likes any of us. And
I just had to
perhaps he isn't
duel
too
the
pleased with us either.
youngest. I had to duel the youngest in a duel to the death, and the only reason that was even possible was because he fucked up.
Where the hell did you go? Liza, Kaluri. You just watch as your mother's just kind of in astonishment, as Hendef kind of picks herself up. We met with that contact of ours, and were very quickly, well, taken hostage. Turns out they were expecting us.
So that
Either
whole
way,
thing was
it's
a trap?
Diplomacy with the Winter Court. Has it ever gone well?
This is why we were getting a contact in. Blame your grandfather on this one.
Either way. Now I have Mab on my ass.
Yeah, what was that about not saying her name too often?
Doesn't. She's already pissed.
Fair enough. Nice job, though. That was really cool to watch.
Thanks. Had to pull out an old trick.
It's a damn good one.
Darkness is effective when you can see through it, and no one else can.
Well, at least you are all safe.
Just a quick question. Do you know where my friends are?
Which ones?
That would be Violet, Jonathan, Owen, Tanwin, the rest of the crew that I dragged in front of you that one time.
Yes, I can go and find them as long as they are in the Feywilds. If you would like.
That'd be appreciated.
It will take
And I
me
need
a little
some
bit.
damn healing.
Hold that thought. I think I have something that might help. Ah, yes. Neraina will walk over and cast Cure Wounds on you.
Well, thanks. How much are they healing?
A sec. You know what, I'm only gonna do a first level. Since I don't know when we're getting another long rest.
Fair enough.
1d8 plus my spell casting ability modifier. Come on, computer, stop fucking up on me. That wouldn't. What? Oh, okay. So that would just be plus my intelligence.
Yes.
Am I
Yes.
reading that correct?
Because that
Ooh,
is your
okay.
casting mod.
So that's going to be a 1d8. If I can type. Plus that. You will get 10 points of healing.
Alright. Not exactly ideal, but better than nothing.
I can give you room and board here while I search for your friends.
Thank you.
It's the least I can do for my son. And she gets up from her chair and leads you out into the room, out of the throne room, and into some lavish, extravagant royal suites. Each of you get your own room. You watch around you as food is brought out to you of all kinds, anything that you imagine or can't imagine. The food is brought out to you. You have plenty of drink. And you're able to rest and relax as she searches for your friends. Here is where we will end today's session. Next week, we will conclude with everyone getting together and planning out where you go next. Congratulations, Caro. You
Thank
did your duel. You succeeded at your duel. I am thoroughly impressed. I will tell you, the whole time in the background, I was rolling to see if he would hit or not. I will give you this information. He could see you.
And he intentionally missed. He was trying to goad me into cheating, that sly bitch.
Wow.
I will give you that information as you won. I hope everyone has a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend. Tomorrow we will be at it all again for 4 Shades of Grey. That will be a fun stream. And the following...
Yes, Act 3 time!
Act
Yeah, I got
3
my dad
time, guys.
Hell yeah.
And tadpole. And we will also, for the rest of the week, be playing some Lego Star Wars. I hope I have made up for last week's session. I hope I have given enough information to make you guys push for next week. I think I have done that.
And I'll be with Luka next week.
Yes. So this will be an interesting time. Anyways, have a wonderful day, guys. Stay hydrated, stay safe, of course. And we are going to raid out to the lovely Sarah, who is currently playing some Lethal Company. I think it would be fun to go to something interesting. Oh, let's see if I can actually spell her name correctly. There we go. Again, everyone have a wonderful day. We'll see you next week at the same time. Bye-bye!
Bye.
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 This is why we let me cook!
This is why we let you cook.
Wasn't even that long, only 3 hours.